Hi guys, tuning in with Janet. What you said? Let's talk about it. As promised, 9 o'clock. Well, 9:03. Sorry, guys. Hi, guys. How you doing? So today we have a guest, and his name is Eddie Figz, and he has Yamaya done. For, I think he's as old as me, if I'm not mistaken. We're the same age. I'm not sure. But he's going to jump on. Let me see when he's going to jump on so we could... Okay. Hi, guys. I'm waiting for a couple of people to tune in. I'm waiting for Eddie to tune in. I'm going to see if I get the Oba back on. Not today, but later this week or whatever. So, because there was something I wanted to talk to him about. And it was pertaining to Oke. So, I want to talk a little bit about Oke. So, I'm going to have an Oba come on so they could talk about that. Okay, bro. I'll just yell like for no reason. Okay, let me add you. Request me because I can't, I don't know, I can't pick you. I don't know why. You're not coming up. Did you have to request it? Oh no. Let me see if I could do it. You're not coming up here. No. Allow viewers to send your requests and join your broadcast. You can add them at any time. Try to send me a request, bro. Because I don't see... You're not popping up on the screen. Where are you, Eddie? Jump off and jump back on to see. Hi, bro. Cause you're not. I can't add you. Let me see if I could. Yeah, you're not even coming up on the thing. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? I can't add him. Hi, everybody. Hi, bendición to the mayores, santo to menores, and if you ain't got it, what's up? How you doing? Remember, I started that. I'm waiting for Eddie, but I don't know. He says he's here. Eddie, you're going to have to come out and come back in and send me a request to join because I can't. I don't know what's going on. And now relax. I can't get him on. I don't know why I can't get him on. Come on. So, okay. I hope y'all can hear me because he pressed the... I noticed when you go on the messenger, you can't, No. Okay. So I'm waiting for him to jump on. He said give him a second. Let me put on don't disturb so nobody will bother this line. So I'll be right back in a second. Okay, I put on don't disturb. Okay, I'm good. So you guys can hear me? Eddie's in Florida, so I don't know. I hope the weather's good and everything's doing good, because there was bad service earlier. So I'm hoping he has good service now, but I'm just waiting for him. So we're going to wait for him. But yeah, I want to see if I could do that and touch up on that topic as far as okay, because a lot of people, I don't know if they know or if they don't know, whatever, what's the significance of it and stuff like that. So I want to touch that up. Hopefully nobody talks about it until I do, because people are haters. But yeah, I want to do that. And I'm just waiting for Eddie to log on so we could add him. Hi guys, to talk about stuff. But I'm gonna, while we're waiting, I'm gonna jump on one of the topics that I wanted to talk about after the show. But since I'm still waiting for him to jump on, for anybody that wants to put their input or have an opinion or anything, they can talk about it here. I had a post that I saw earlier, right? And it was about it says something about years ago. Hi brother, hi. Years ago, they used to have one. I'm not gonna say, you know, the other word, because then people know what I'm talking about. Whoever's not santeros. They used to have one orchid. So when you did santo years ago, they would give you one. It wasn't, you know, the numbers according to the santo, it would go according to the numbers. It wasn't like that before, supposedly. So supposedly years ago, you would get one orchid for each santo. You would not get, you know, the numbers of how they do now. I don't want to get into it too much, because sometimes there's aleos here. But the santeros understand what I'm saying. So there would be like the number, okay, so choose number 5, it would be 5, or it would be 6 for triangle. Like, so back then there was, what he was trying to say was back then they was not doing that. They was just giving one orchid. So my comment, I want to know what's everybody's opinion. Have y'all heard of that? Have you looked it up in books? Or is it that I'm lost and I didn't know? Like, can anyone tell me if did they used to do that? Because I know I got 40 years on this earth and I never heard it. So I wanted to know if any of you guys have heard that back in the days they would give you one orchid for all the santo, you know, for each santo was just one orchid. I've heard of a bigger rock. I just blew it up. But anyway, a bigger orchid as far as because it's the heart of the santo or something. That I've heard. I've heard you get the, like if it's your cabeza, like Mayochun has a bigger orchid, a little one bigger because it's supposed to receive. But they never told me that. I just heard of it. So I want to see if you guys got input on that. Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of that? And have you ever heard of them putting one orchid? Because he said that they did. So I asked him, my comment was, well, my father-in-law has 70 years in santo. He's 74 years living, 70 in santo. My mother-in-law is 59, I think, or 58 in santo. No, something like that, 52, I'm saying it wrong. 52 and her age is, I don't want to say her age. Something like that, but those numbers. My uncle-in-law he just completed 50-something in santo. And they all have the orchids the way I have the orchids. So what I said was, if my father-in-law is 70 and he has it like that, and his godmother gave it to him like that, which with him and her together would make like, I would say like 100 years together. So if she gave it to him like that, and that means they must have gave it to her like that, when the fuck did they used to give one orchid? I might learn something today. But, and I don't want to hear logically, because that's another one that I got that I wrote here. Because a lot of people look, and the Oba that I had, Odanis has said the same thing. A lot of people look for logic in this religion. No disrespect to the people that do. Don't come for me. But a lot of people look for logic. And if you really go back to before I was born, before my mama was born, before everybody, you know, like before our era, they didn't know how to read. They would do things, I would assume, because I don't know, I wasn't born then, but I would assume that they would symbolize things. They would use rocks for certain things, or they would use like it was certain things because they couldn't read back then. They weren't allowed to, you know what I mean, from what I've read. and certain things like that. So things would go like that. So back then, you would mimic and do as they showed you. You understand? So technically, there's no, to me, it's no logic. It's the fucking, whatever they showed them to do it, and it passed down to us, and it passed down, you know, literally as it passes down. Sometimes it gets a little watered, but it's usually passed down the same way. You understand? So I don't know where this kicks in, where it has to make logic, or it has to be this, and it has, because it's too much of, my ashtray almost fell. Tell me if it's not true. It's too much of looking for logic. Like, I mean, I understand everybody wants to get an answer. You want a logical answer. You want to, but it's basically, if you look at it simple, it's not that hard. You know, if y'all have feedback, y'all want to say something, if I'm making sense or if I'm talking shit, you know, answer. I don't know if I'm seeing y'all comments, because sometimes this shit acts funny. Saludo, apete, iburu, bendición. So I don't know if I'm making sense, but I want to see if you guys. I have one. Okay, you have for each one. For each, because I know what we're talking about. I mean, I'm saying okay, but I'm trying to say usotases. See, my mind. I'm thinking ahead of time. I want to talk about okay. That I want to talk. Everybody get okay. We already know where okay is at. I meant to say otases. Sorry, guys. Otases. Sorry. So what I meant to say, okay, I'm gonna try now. Okay, so what I meant to say, I'm so sorry, I apologize, is otases. One otases back in the day for each santo. And I'm trying to, I don't want to, I'm not looking for the logic. I'm looking for the reason and how people have been shown, and how I got it, my father-in-law got it, his godmother got it, and including them two alone, it's like almost 100 years. So I want to know if I'm the only one, or maybe someone has it. But then, I'm sorry, brother. You hear me? You hear me? Eddie? Okay, he's going to have, I hope we don't have trouble because it is raining out there. Try to add me again. So, for what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, was otases. So back then, supposedly they gave one for each one. I want to know when. And then when I put the comment on the page stating about my father-in-law having 70, and his godmother gave it to him, and obviously they gave it to her like that, then the feedback was, oh no, but what happened was, you know, that happens because I went to he was in someone's house or something like that, and the person had one ota for each santo, and he's younger in age. So my comment back, because you already know me, was, then that's a new wave thing. It's not an old wave thing. Yeah, it's gonna go low because it has to come back in. Because he went out. So that was my comment to them. You know what I mean? Like, let me get my speaker just in case this is acting up. Eddie, come back. I know he has the service over there is a little sucky. I'm not sure what's going on. So we have to give him time for that. But I want people to give me feedback. I don't see anybody talking about what I'm trying to talk about. Are you guys hearing me now or no? Are you guys hearing me? Or when, no? Okay. Let me try if I put the headphones. Because the wireless, for some reason, does not work. Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? I am in. Well, if you don't have Santo, I'm not going to explain that part to you, because you have to have Santo to understand what I'm talking about. And I said that before I started the conversation, not to be rude. That's why I'm speaking the way the Santeros can understand. So if you're not initiated, then you wouldn't understand what I'm saying. And I'm sorry, but that conversation would have to be taking place when you receive the ceremony. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Okay. So I want people to give me their input on, oh shit, it was low. Maybe that's what it was. On what I'm trying to say. Like if anybody didn't understand, so I could explain it again. Eddie, where are you? Let me see. Eddie, come out and come back in. So anybody that's here that has santo, that understands what I am trying to say. And for the ones that don't have santo, they understand what I'm saying, cacao. Do not give input because I don't need nobody coming after you. And I just, well, I don't have to tell you, but I just don't want nobody saying that to you because then, you know. So like anybody there, yes, okay, you can hear me. So anybody that understood what I was saying. So earlier, I'm going to say it again because I haven't seen nobody give some input on it, and I want people to give input on it. And where is Eddie? Like, this really sucks. Okay, let me see if I can add him. I don't know what's going on. I can't add him. Eddie, try to jump on through your wife's live. Can you jump on through your wife's live? Okay, let's see. Oh, if you have Santo, then you understand a little bit of what we're saying. If you don't, then we can have a conversation later aside from the live. You can hear me now, bro? Say something so I can know that you can. Okay. So, before you jumped on, I was talking about because you was taking a little long. So I was like, let me just talk about the topic that I want to talk about with the, and my dumb ass is saying, okay, the whole time. And I meant to say,
I was screaming,
yeah, and I'm like, okay, so I was like, holy shit, I'm just saying so somebody was like, I have, okay, and then that's when I caught, he got kicked out again. What the fuck? It has to be his service, guys, because I know there's bad weather in Florida. Get it together, Eddie. No, I know that he's going through some weather changes out there, so maybe that's what it is. I'm hoping. Let's see. Hello, brother. All right, so hopefully I can add him because it's playing games with me. Blessings. So, as we're waiting for him to jump on, hopefully he can get on. Eddie, if you can't go on through your phone, try your wife's. Maybe it's your phone. I doubt it's your phone, but maybe it's the service because of the storm you had earlier. So what I was saying is that someone had posted, it was an Oba. No, I'm not doing that. This is not his show. I'll put him on when I have time. I'm putting on Eddie because that's who's going on the show today. So what happened was it was an Oba that had said, he had posted about people having one ota for each santo. That back in the days they would do that. Let me see. The thing is, I can't. Okay, no. It's not coming out, Eddie. Like nobody's coming out. What the hell? Is it? It's not me. I have service. So I don't know. Hi, brother. Hi. So you laughing, but I don't find it funny. You could put him on your live and see what happens and talk to him if you have something to talk to him about. But right now, no, that's not gonna work over here. So I think it's you. It's not me. I have service. I have service, bro. My bars are full. Hi, Lito. Okay, I'm gonna take the Wi-Fi off my other phone to see, but it's not me. Try again, boo. Let me see. Okay, allow viewers to send you requests and join your broadcast. You can add them at any time. I don't know. I don't want to come out to try one more time. Restart your live. Yeah, right. Like, oh, you found funny what that he said that or my response? No, no, no hoy. O Dani, yo no voy a dar cámara hoy porque yo tengo una visita que viene hoy y estoy hablando con él, entonces hoy no. Oh, okay. So I'm pissed off because it's saying to add Eddie. He's adding. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Okay, let's see. So, si ya saben, no puedo ponerte porque tengo a alguien que va a ponerse en la cámara hoy. Y hoy es para él y vamos a hablar con él y una opinión que yo tengo que hablar, pero de punto no. Can it be me? I want to know if it's me because now I'm getting pissed off. All right, try to send it one more time. I need that song that my sister sings because it's like too much right now. Okay, let me see. All right, Eddie, I put to add. Let's see. It's connecting.
Hello.
Coño, como no te quieren en la cámara.
Who you telling?
Oye, mi hermano, no te quiero. Oh, I sounded mad Cuban. Been married too long. And no, I just had to tell, this guy, I was like, put Adonis, this is not for him today. No disrespect, but this is Eddie's day, Eddie's show, my show. And we're going to talk about, yeah, right after, well, we had to get the permission and everything,
Of course.
But, so yes, we'll talk about everybody. My thing that I talked about earlier, we'll talk later. You both froze. Are you kidding me? Don't play with me. Check through your wife's phone to see what's going on. If we froze.
We froze? Dang. She said no, it's not frozen.
Okay, so we're good. Somebody said, oye, Eddie. Okay. Bendiciones, santo for everybody. Okay. So, you can introduce yourself, how many years of santo, what you want to talk about, and then I'm going to ask the basics.
All right, so a lot of people on here know me. I'm Eddie. I have 9 years of Yamaya crown. And my father is a boom and a santo. Go ahead, ask me questions. What you want to know? What you want to talk about?
Oh, your father's a goon? Why I never knew that? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, much better. Okay, so how long you have it? Did you say
yeah,
that?
9 years.
Okay, do you want to say who's your godparents?
So I was crowned in the Bronx.
No, now you have to confirm for people.
I was crowned in the Bronx. The man that crowned me, his name is Frank. He does beadwork. People know him in New York. My Yubona is JD Montano. She lives in Long Island. Lorraine, that's my titi in Santo. She's also my god sister because her godmother.
Cool. So, okay. Now, did you grow up in this religion like your whole life? Was this something, how did you find Santeria? How did you find this religion?
My family, they would go like consultarse whenever they had issues. Ya tú sabes, it was something hidden that nobody really wanted to acknowledge. My mom would tell me stories of when she was younger, my grandmother taking her to spiritual like misas and spirituales and stuff like that. But I came into this religion tumbling and smacking my head all the way down. Because when I came into the religion, like fully came into the religion, I was on the floor. I didn't have anything. So,
wow.
Yeah, we would go get read, and it was always, vete a ver esa gente, va a ver lo que está pasando, a ver cómo te pueden resolver. That's how I always grew up thinking about the religion. never really having.
Everything was when you had problems, go
What
see
happened?
them. That everything was, if you had a problem, you go see the people.
Tú vas a ver a esa gente. That's all los santeros
Yeah,
are
yeah.
for, esa gente. Never really fully grasping, never fully grasping like the concept of what their religion was. So when I was like, I want to say like 16, 17.
Yes, that's the Frank. He said that. The Frank that does the biggies that everybody knows.
Yeah, that's the man that crowned me. And I choose my words very carefully.
Yeah.
So I want to say like 17, 16, 17, I was dating my first wife, and we was having some issues.
Mhm.
And I went, as always, para ver esa gente, para ver cómo por eso ver. I went to a red, and I remember the lady, so Botanic on Murder Avenue in Brooklyn. Bebe Ochu, but the owner that's there now was not the owner there.
That's the one yeah, the owner passed away. That's the one in 116, no?
And what?
At
No, it's
116?
on Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn.
Oh, well, I was never in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. I went there and there was a lady there. But afterwards, I found out that she sold. And I went to go see her, and I told her, yo, I'm going through this problem. And she was like, tú eres tan joven. You know.
Frank doesn't have, wait. What your godfather has Chango or your Miami?
Here's Chango then. Nobody said he had Miami.
So, yeah. Somebody said, oh, because if there's a Frank Yamaya, guys. So maybe that's why. But no, not Frank, because there's a Frank Yamaya, but that's the Oba. No. The one that did Coyales, that he was Coyales. Okay, we're not going to talk about that.
No,
that's
it don't matter. I would pop my guitar. We can see all the signatures from the witnesses.
Yeah. No, because I think they're confused about what Frank, because there's like Frank Yamaya, there's so much Franks.
So that's how I started. I got married with this lady. Long story short, she gave me some stuff to do. I ended up marrying the girl. But the one thing that stuck with me was that in the reading, she told me, El Igual doesn't want you to ever forget him. You got to always show love to him. And I got married. Of course, I forgot about the religion. And I'm not knocking any other religion, but I went into a Christian church. I was married, 2 kids, everything perfect. And all of a sudden, everything just came crashing down. And I went to like a crazy ass depression. And of course, when you have a problem, what does the family say? Vete a ver esta gente.
The go see the people.
So we made some phone calls because we had a family friend that had Chango done. And they sent me to Guardiola. And I went to Guardiola.
Yeah.
He did a rompimiento for me. He put my beads on. That's the person that put my beads.
Oh wow, nice.
But with a lot of things in this religion, uno se deja veces ir por la gente. And I ended up moving back to New York because I had went to a tambor in the basement. And El Igual comes down. He tells me, you know who I am? And mind you, this is the first tambor I've ever been to. And I'm like, no, I don't know who you are. And he tells me, I'm El Igual. And I told you once, so don't forget about me. You forgot about me. You lost everything.
Wow.
But I'm going to make sure you get everything back. I said, damn. So I decided I spoke to God.
Made you remember like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. I remember that day clearly because running out of Tambora, I had to get on a bus to go back to Virginia because I was living in Virginia. So I called him when I was in Virginia and I was like, hey, I want to learn about this religion. Like, I've been in Christian church, I've been in Catholic church, and I always felt like something was missing. I was never really fully, like, I didn't have that fullness. And he told me, sí, bang, no problem. And the day that I received my collares, it was a snowstorm in New York. And he opened up the Botanica.
Just for you. Guardiola is a beautiful person.
He did my beads. But again, like I was saying, like, te deja ir por la gente. Right? I met other people and they were like, oh, anytime I was like, oh, get your beads, Guardiola. Oh, ¿quién te dio los collares, Guardiola? Oh, look at those beads. Oh, those are my quality beads. So I was ignorant. So I stopped talking to him. I started dealing with another person in a religion, and I'm not gonna be mentioning names because I don't want to throw. Look, I'm not here to.
Yeah, just that. Well, yeah, okay.
They brought down my guardian angel, and they were like, "Oh, you gotta get crowned English." And I was like, "English?" I didn't know anything. I was like, "Okay."
Yeah,
So I go to a tambor that Frank does. Look how crazy this is. Frank's first crown played to his chango in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
I go to that tambor. I didn't know Frank. I didn't know who he was. Ochun comes down. And the lady that was attending to me at that time, she had Ochun done. And she tells her, yo nunca dije que en el herida va inglés, era inglés. Yo dije, mafere fun Yemaya, que no lo quiere, él no quiere Yemaya. Ese es el erizón de Yemaya. Y como me faltaron el respeto, voy a terminar con tu inglés. In front of everybody.
Ochun is
later,
I love her.
Everybody went. Everybody bounced. So I was like, yo, what am I gonna do? And I have my god brother, he's like brother. He told me, yo, let's go get read by my godfather from Ifa. So I go get read from him. He tells me, yo, tengo hasta miedo para decirte lo que te voy a decir. Dice Rumila que tú vas a tener todo lo que tú tuviste en mi mano. Because mind you, at this point I'm living in my mom's couch, right? I lost everything. I'm living on my mom's couch. I don't have a job. I was crazy. I had no haircut. I looked like I should have been in the corner begging for change.
Like a punk rocker.
So I told him, sí. And he goes, sí. Vamos a hacerle bo. Y como en 3 semanas voy a bajar la orula. Si quiere bajar, te dan en la guardia. And I told him, okay. En las 3 semanas, I went to him and his grandmother, que tenía, se llama Hilda, tenía una pila de años ella allá. She sits in place as representation as a godparent for me.
Okay.
And I'm sitting right behind me is her Yemaya, and she's to the right of me. They start asking, and he tells me, ¿Quién tú quieres preguntar primero? And I had this affinity with Chango, like I love Chango to death, man. Because anything I ever asked him, he gives me. Don't say, I told Max Chango, you gotta be Chango. That's the man right there.
Oh.
Nope. I said, damn. I'm like, well, that's say English. And his dad goes, nah, it's not English. And my godfather from Ifa goes, I'm gonna ask for you, my or Obatala. And his grandmother, mad quiet in the back. She walked to the right of me. She goes, nah. Usted le va a preguntar para Yemaya. And he goes, ah, bien, abuela. Ahí le preguntó, y ahí yo dara. They marked me to do Yemaya. So now I'm marked to do Yemaya. And I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? Like, I want to learn this religion. Yeah. I didn't have nothing. I just had my beads. I didn't have warriors or nothing. In that tambor where a tune flipped out, Chango had came down, and he came to me, and everybody was like, what the hell? He got down on one knee, and he told me, ask me for whatever you want. I'm going to give it to you. That's on you, Maya. I'm my kids, my wife. Everybody that knows me knows my story. And I told him, I want to do santo, and I'm having a problem with an individual, and I want you to take care of it. After that, they brought out my guardian angel. Within that same week, that person I was having a problem with was locked up. And my godfather from my father tells me, hey, I want to introduce you to some people so you can start getting to know the religion and you can do what you got to do. So I meet Frank. First day I meet him, I was like, who the hell is this dude? Because it was during the party, everybody was drinking, and he was just like, hey, I'm Frank. And he just walked away, and I'm like, what the hell? And then he calls me. We exchange numbers, and he calls me. He's like, yo, why don't you come to my house? I went to the Bronx. We hit it off. And then an Oba from over here came down to New York. He was like, "Vamos, tate, ya que está el Oba aquí." And when I get read, he tells me, dice el igual que tú te tienes que ser santo, pero ahora, porque si no te lo haces ahora, no te lo vas a hacer. Now, what only the people that are really close to me, not even my mom knew, my wife knew, is that I was sick. I used to get these pains in my back that would go down my legs, and the doctors were saying that it was issues with my kidneys. So, not even Frank knew.
Thank you.
Not even Frank knew. And I used to get this pain that I couldn't walk, like a pain that I couldn't walk. So I told him, I don't have money. At that point, I had just started working, and I said, I don't got money. How much is the santo?
Yeah.
And he tells me, well, it's gonna be 8,500 plus additional stuff that you gotta get. I said, man, I don't know what to do. The Oba says, you're gonna feed a chivo to el igual. And once you feed that chivo to el igual, everything's gonna resolve for you. I said, you don't understand.
I turned it over. Look at that. Look where I turned the camera over to the side.
I said, you don't understand. All I have in my pocket right now is $182, and I don't know. And he said, buy the stuff. Whatever's left over, you give me as a derecho. But before I leave here, you got to do that. I went to the vivero. I paid for the chivo, and I think what was left over was like $20. And I gave it to the Oba. We feed it a while. My wife, at that time, she was my girlfriend. I come out of that reading, and I'm like crying. Because I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do. Like, and she tells me, but what's going on? Explain to me. And I tell her, you know, I've been sick. You know what's going on with me? She goes, yeah. And I said, they telling me that I have to do santo. And el igual made me put a date. He goes, you got to pick a date, which was March 3rd, which was exactly 3 weeks away.
Oof.
And she looks at me and she goes, I don't understand this, but if it's going to help you, I'm going to help you. I said, you going to what? She said, I'm going to help you. Everybody's going to get together and everybody's going to help you. And 3 weeks to that conversation with her, on March 3rd, I was calling your man.
Wow. That is a blessing. And that's to show people the santo are true. Yes.
Every day of my life. I did santo on March 3rd, 2012 in the Bronx.
Wow.
And I can't complain. Look, I may not talk to the person that called me.
You're 10 or 11?
I'm going to be 10.
Or 11? No, oh, okay, yeah. So you did it after me.
I'm not going to talk bad about the person that crowned me. Because people don't get along. Sometimes people, sometimes my theory is this. Some people are meant to come into your life to bring you to a certain point in your life. People get that twisted. No, because they're your godfather. I understand, traditionally we should stay with our godparent hasta la muerte. But sometimes people are put in your life so you can reach a certain goal in your life.
Thank you for saying that, because a lot of people are like, oh, you have to respect. You can respect them from afar.
You respect them. And I can't complain, because I could tell you that under the throne, I ate filet mignon. Like for real. Like this dude went out, he brought filet mignon. He told me, what you want to eat?
Nice.
He told me, whatever you want to eat, I'm going to get it for you. And I thought he was joking. I was like, I want some lobster, filet mignon. And he said, I don't know about the lobster. We don't got lobster money, but I'll be back. The dude brought me filet mignon. And I ate filet mignon for breakfast, for dinner. He was like that. Certain things in life happens, people change, and you go your own separate way.
Yeah, you do.
So I after I did santo, he moved to Cali. I spent most of my oraje by myself in New York. All I had was really books to read. My wife would come over. So in transition, because I went a little bit in transition to this, I do santo. I move into my own apartment. I said, damn.
Nice.
Like, damn, I see a change. My wife would come over and she's like, "What are you doing? Every time I come, you got like books all around you." Because mind you, she was my girlfriend at this time. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just studying."
Yeah.
I start working. Eventually he comes back, finish my year, do my bowl. But yeah, my ass started. You have to leave New York. I said, nah, nah, nah. I just moved.
I just got my apartment. My mom
I
like, what's
just
the
got
right?
here. I was here all my life. I moved to VA. I passed the worst time of my life. I lost everything. I came back home. You want me to leave again? Hell no.
Like, no, mother, no.
Because we like that sometimes. We all had it. We do what we want to do, and then
Mm-hmm.
we cry about it later. No, que santo, no me recibió,
Exactly.
que santo. No, they give you the advice so that you can carry yourself.
Exactly.
I personally believe they don't punish you. They gave you the roadmap to success,
And you chose otherwise.
and you chose otherwise. So now you deal with the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "No, I'm not leaving." She bugging. So I do my bowl meta when I do my year, because I did it when I had the money. I
Mm-hmm.
received Caracol de Ogún because that's my dad. And in Italia, boss says, "Dice Ogún que tú te vas a mudar." And I'm like, nah, 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 not him too. Hell nah.
Come on, y'all all want me. I just
Y'all
got
want me to
here.
leave. So I start working at a bank. Everything is good. I said, "Lady, people want me to move," and I'm working in a bank. Me and my wife decide to move in together. We moved to the Bronx. Because if there's one thing that I am, sometimes I'm loyal to a fault. So I wanted to move closer to my godfather in
Mm-hmm.
the Bronx. So I left Brooklyn and went to the Bronx where, and I felt bad because we both had to trek. Like I had to come all the way down to Queens to work, and she had to come all the way to Brooklyn to work, just because I wanted to move to the Bronx.
Wow.
So be by him. Um, so we do that. I go for a reading, just a regular checkup with FIFA. And my godfather from FIFA says, "Oye, dice Orula que si ya no te dijeron que tú tienes que irte de esta tierra." I said, "I ain't leaving, bro. I'm sorry, but I ain't leaving." It didn't stay like that, though. I went to Tambora and Teller in the block.
Oh, okay.
And my act comes down, and I'm feeling myself. I'm like, "Hey, look over there." But I'm trying to stay away because when the sun comes down, I don't go around the sun. You got to talk to me, you come to me.
Yeah.
She made a beeline all the way to where I was at. And she said, "Yo no te dije a ti que te tienes que ir de esta área."
Oh my God. I would have been like, lady.
No, ahí mismo, ya tú sabes, plup, plup. Hershey's. Um, and I told her, "Yeah, pero mi madre, mira, tengo un trabajo, estoy trabajando en un buen sitio, tengo mi propio apartamento." And she tells me that I have 21 days to leave, or I'm going to know who she is.
Oof. That was hard. That was like, okay, I don't want to play.
My wife is there.
Time out, do over.
I was like, what? She said, "You have 21 days to leave, or you're going to know who I am." So I tell my wife, I'm like, "Yo, I don't know what to do. You might have to me how to leave, where the hell I'm going to go." And she tells me that to talk to her in private. So there was a lady there, and I told her, what does she mean by that? She goes, "Que le baje caragol." I go, "Okay." But I let her go. I was like, well, I'll be all right.
I just gotta be
I'll be all right.
Hey, come on.
I was working in a bank in Woodhaven. I go into work, Capital One. And when I walk in, Janet, corporate security is there. And I'm
You're
like,
kidding
how
me.
you guys doing? How you guys doing? Come over here. So what's going on?
Oh shit.
The teller next to you, she's missing over $1,000 from her box. The teller 2 rows down is missing $600 from their box. You're the only new employee here. You have anything to say?
Wow.
I said, no. Y'all could check cameras, I could check everything you want. I don't have anything to do with that. We're going to open up an investigation. Just know that if we can prove that it's you, you're looking at a federal crime. Que si saliendo de ahí no bajé el cargo de mañana.
Real quick. Like, wait a minute. She told, wait a minute. Let me just check this out.
Que si no estaban nosotros. So I told him, I told your boss, I know what she wants. She wants me to leave. Let's ask. So I had an aunt in Louisiana. No. My mom had a friend in Orlando. No. I was like, Connecticut? No. I knew one kid down here that after my year, he ended up being a godson. I came down to New York and we gave him we did his collares, his warriors, and he received a local. I said, the only thing I know one person in Miami, but I don't know nobody down there. I've never been to Miami, never in my life. I said, actually, if it's Miami. Exactamente. Con ella.
Wow. She wasn't playing with you.
But check this shit out. My wife was pregnant.
Oh,
with
shit.
Chango with it. She was pregnant with Chango with it.
Oh, that's okay.
She was pregnant with Chango with it. She was, I think, 4 or 5 months pregnant with Chango with it. And I called the kid and I told him, bro, my sister has to move and she wants me to go to Miami. And he said, don't worry about it. Look, in my job, they're hiring. Drop the application, and when they call you for an interview, just fly down. You can stay with me. And I felt bad because he stayed with his grandmother. He didn't even have his.
Yeah.
You could stay with me and then just fly back and then wait for them to get a response. So I fly to Miami. I did the application. A couple of days later, they call me. They set a date. I fly to Miami. I do the interview. I fly back. I stood there like for 2 days and then I flew back. By the time I got back home, the next day I have an email with an orientation start date.
Oh shit.
And
that was fast.
Fast, like this. And I was like, yo, what am I gonna do? And I look at my wife and I'm like, you can't fly. What are we gonna do? And there's nowhere for us to be. Like this kid literally lives with his grandmother. I slept in the couch. Like, how am I gonna bring you and your son and where we go? And this is why I love her, bro. And I can never deny my wife. She tells me, go. Leave me here and go. Get everything together, and after I give birth, I'll join you.
Nice.
I said, bet. I left. I take Maya with me. I take all the santos with me in little Ziploc bags. And this kid's grandmother is a Christian lady. You don't believe in none of this shit. You don't believe in none of this. So we bought like these plastic Tupperwares from the dollar store. And we hid them in his closet. And I sit down and I start talking to his grandmother. And she tells me, I know that he's a part of this religion and you're his godfather. Can you explain it to me? And I broke it down to her, and I told her, you know, the media wants to portray this as evil, but it's not evil. And after that conversation with her, she was like, I can accept that. Hey, he was sharing bricks. When he came home, she's like, my grandmother told me you spoke about the religion with her, and I didn't want, that's the one thing that I didn't want. And I told her what she told you. He was like, I'm surprised. She says she understands.
He was scared, but you see? Sometimes that's what it is. It's not, they just need understanding. You know what I mean? Not that they're going to get into it, but they just need more understanding of what it is.
Yeah. So I do that. I start working. I start saving my little money. It's time for Changueta to come into the world. And right before it was her due date, I go see an apartment. Beautiful. 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. I video chat her and she's like, we could never afford that. What the hell are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, that gotta be like $3,000. And I said, Mija, this is $900. Could you talk about $3,000? And she was like,
She's New York prices.
Get it.
She's thinking about New York prices.
Right. She said, get it. So I go and I get the apartment.
Thank you, Eli.
I get the apartment and I'm sleeping on the floor. I didn't have not one lick of furniture. I was sleeping on an air mattress. I didn't have sofas. I didn't have pots or pans. Or you know how I survived? My wife can tell you. On shift from the dollar store.